Welcome into another live commitment. We are in the thick of commitment season, and we got these almost daily right now, definitely weekly. So we got a big one here today. Not often do I get up here where we really do not know where this prospect is going to end up. There's been rumors swirling. We're going to find out who the winner is today. But before we get going, guys, do me a favor real quick and hit subscribe to the On3 Recruits channel. I want you to get these notifications every time we go live for a commitment. So make sure you're subscribed. All right. Who are we here for today? It's Luke Wafle, an elite pass rusher from New Jersey. He's ranked as the 10th best edge rusher in the country and the #1 player in the state of New Jersey. Wafle plays for the Hun School in Middletown, New Jersey. He checks in at 6'5.5", 255 pounds, holding dozens of offers, but he's narrowed that list to a top 5, and today we're going to find out who the winner is. You can see the finalists there. We got Ohio State, Texas, Penn State, Florida, and USC. So let me know in the chat, where do you guys think Luke Wafle is going to go? Now, before we talk to Luke, let's put on the film. Right here, you can see he's an All-American when it comes to the measurables at the edge position. Like I said, 6'5.5", 255 pounds. Wafle is built to get after the quarterback. Great burst off the line, great technique. Look at that. He uses those hands like a veteran pass rusher. Wafle is exactly what you want in a high-level edge prospect, and this is why he is such a coveted prospect at the high school level. So let's take a look at his social handles. Remember, Luke Wafle's career is just about to take off. Make sure you guys go hit follow for me. And it looks like we're ready. Let's go to Middletown, New Jersey. Yeah, we got Luke Wafle. Luke, how are you feeling today?
Feeling good. Feeling ready. 100%.
Yeah, been pretty crazy 24 last hours, huh?
It has been. I won't lie. It's been stressful, but it's been a blessing. So, yep.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're thankful that you're here with us on the On3 Recruits channel. We see your top teams. What was it about these schools that made your final list?
Just like the constant factor between them all is just a lot of genuine people, and I can see myself at all those schools, and I know they'll all be great, and they're all trending up. So you can't go wrong in this choice.
No, you can't. And you know, you got a lot of great choices, but we're going to find out a winner here in a second. So the moment's here. The floor is yours. Say your thank yous, and in the end, let us know where you're committing to college.
First and foremost, I'd like to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Without him, there's nothing possible. I'd like to thank my family, especially my parents. It's been a crazy journey. It's been a long journey, hard fought, but the work's starting to pay off. But obviously the journey's not done. Definitely thank my brothers, especially my older brother, for paving the way. Younger brother on the way. And then I'd like to thank, there's a lot of coaches that had a huge impact on me. My dad, obviously, being my #1 coach. But starting with Middletown South, I just thank them a lot. I appreciate it. They started off my high school journey. Coach Antonucci, Coach Jeff Martin, Coach Tomo, then going to the Hun School. That transition was not easy, and it was made easy with Coach Smith. So that was definitely huge parts of my life, those coaches right there. And I'd just like to thank my friends all back here for showing support. And Middletown, I'm so grateful for Middletown. And yeah, I think we're ready. With that being said, I would like to announce for the next 3 to 4 years, I'm committing to the University of Southern California.
There it is. It's USC. The Trojans win out for coveted edge Luke Wafle out of the state of New Jersey. This has been one of the most exciting commitments that we've had on this channel so far. Really, it was trending in Ohio State's direction about 24 hours ago. Today, though, it's the USC Trojans. Luke, let's get you seated in here. I got a couple questions for you. Why was USC the best fit for you?
So they came a little later than a lot of the schools, but just them coming out to Middletown, New Jersey, and me going out to them, we built a very strong relationship. And Coach Nua, Coach Henderson, Coach Riley, Coach Lynn, they've made this recruitment process pretty easy on me. And it's an easy choice for me.
Yeah, you feel a little relief getting this decision out of the way?
No doubt. It's easy to kind of lose your way in this recruiting process, but I'm ready to just play football now.
So when Luke Wafle arrives in Los Angeles, what can USC fans expect to get?
We're training for the national championship.
Nothing less. All right, there it is.
Championship and a Heisman.
Oh, yeah. We're celebrating here, too, in the On3 studio. I got my USC helmet ready to go. Appreciate you dropping by, doing your commitment with us here at the On3 Recruits channel. I'm going to bring in the great Steve Wiltfong and talk with him because Steve seemed to have a wonderful pulse on your recruitment. You mentioned before you got on here, you said, I got Fong bomb this morning, huh?
Man, Fong bomb twice, 24 hours.
All right, Luke, thank you for making your commitment. Go have fun. Go celebrate.
All right, thanks a lot. Thank you.
All right, let's bring in the Fong bomber himself, Steve Wiltfong. Steve, Luke told me right before we got on, he said nothing gets past Wiltfong. So talk about the last 24 to 48 hours of this recruitment. Oh, you're muted, Steve.
Well, Luke Wafle is one of the most coveted prospects in the country, regardless of position. So programs are going to battle to the finish line, the deadline to land this coveted prospect. And as he told you at the top of the show, these were all opportunities where he could see himself being successful. Obviously, we're in a modern recruiting world right now, but you're not even in the discussion if you don't bring certain things to the table. The opportunity to play high-level football, to compete for a national championship. He threw out the Heisman there. He wants to win the Heisman Trophy. And at USC, he sees two defensive line coaches that he thinks can get the best out of him, and Eric Henderson and Sean Nua, Lincoln Riley, a program on the rise. He took his official visit over the weekend, and he was locked in with USC. However, over the next couple of days, as he was starting to talk things over with his family, talk things over with these other schools, they're making compelling cases for him to stay with them, to go with them. In Ohio State, in particular, flipped the script. The Buckeyes had Luke Wafle in the fold on Wednesday, but USC, they didn't go away. They kept fighting. This is a guy that's very important to them, very important to where this program is trying to go. They're trying to win the national championship. They look across the Big Ten. They see Ohio State. They're the defending national champs. They see Michigan. They won the national championship 2 years ago. They see Oregon, who was undefeated all year and won the regular season Big Ten championship. They need to bolster the talent on this football team to get to those heights. Luke Wafle is one of those players in this class that is of that caliber. He is a championship caliber player. He's 6'5.5", 260 pounds. So whatever it took to get it done, to get him to USC, USC did that at the end. And Luke Wafle, in my opinion, what I'm hearing, working the story with Pete Nakos, is going to be one of the higher paid NIL incoming freshmen in this class. And he is a USC Trojan for all of the reasons.
Yeah, well, it was a crazy 48 hours. You had the pulse of it. Great reporting all the way through. USC has the #1 class in America, Steve, and you were getting to that point that this is what they needed, an infusion of talent currently with the #1 class. But USC isn't done. Who else do you think that the Trojans have lined up?
They're almost done. It's been a hell of a spring and summer on the trail for the Trojans, 30 plus commits. They want a few more. wide receiver is another point of emphasis for them as they put the finishing touches on this 2026 class. They got their eye on 2 in the Lone Star State. They'll only land 1. Ethan Booby Feaster, Jalen Lott. Those are the 2 guys that they've honed in on. Feaster seems like it could be coming down to them and A&M. Lott's at Oregon this weekend. He's a Texas legacy. So those are the programs involved there. They also are looking for 1 more offensive lineman. Lincoln Riley, the emphasis on this program has really been bolstering the point of attack on both sides. They've taken some big offensive line classes, and through the portal and recruiting, they put the defensive line in position to be the best we've seen at USC for years. And Luke Wafle is someone that can help elevate that with Jamie Winfield and guys that they've recruited here. But Brett Collegier is an offensive lineman they would like to add to what's already in the fold, guys like Kini Pepe. And so those are the 3 high school guys. Then going into the fall, they'll look to flip a couple guys just like everybody else. But Luke Wafle was the big fish out there for them. And this is one of the biggest recruiting wins that we've seen at USC since Lincoln Riley's become the head coach.
Yeah, and it feels a little different this offseason, Steve. Last offseason at this point of the cycle, USC's class was starting to fall apart. You know, Juju Lewis was still committed, but we know which way that went, but they lost all their key commitments out of the state of Georgia. But why does this offseason feel so much different for USC recruiting? Even though they're surging, it feels like they're going to maintain this.
Well, first of all, I think that if you look at the way that they played last fall, they were in every ball game. You can see the improvement on the field. You look at the coaching staff that Coach Riley has put together, particularly on the defensive side of the ball with Coach D'Anton Lynn, who's as respected a defensive coordinator as there is in the country. The 2 D-line coaches, Eric Henderson, Coach Eric Donald in the NFL. Sean New has been around a long time. But USC's infrastructure has gotten better each year in this NIL era, and there's not a program more powerful in the country right now on the NIL front than USC, or that's flexing their muscles more than the Trojans. That doesn't mean they get everybody. Xavier Griffin, 5-star linebacker, was committed, had some really good promises with the USC program, but he's off looking at Alabama, Texas, and some other programs. But USC, their infrastructure, their resources on and off the field, the coaching staff they have in place to get the best out of you, the way they finished last season, there is a lot of momentum and excitement around USC. And then they're building this brand new facility that's going to be state-of-the-art. Talked to one USC staffer when I was out there this week covering the Elite 11 that said, we're going to feel invincible when that building gets finished.
Exciting offseason for the Trojan fans. Steve, thanks for dropping by. Another On3 commitment.
Yeah, big one for USC. Tune in later today, guys. Dre Quinn coming off the board. Will it be Clemson? Will it be Texas? We will know soon on the On3 Recruits channel.
Really exciting weekend. Week into the weekend. Trojan fans, get in the chat. How are we feeling about this number 1 class? Do you guys think that this feels different than last year? Yeah, there were points in last year's cycle where the Trojans did have the number 1 class, but not this deep into the cycle. So how are we feeling, and who do you want to finish with? There's 3 or 4 spots left still remaining in this class. What do you think Lincoln Riley needs to do? Let me know in the chat. But today, it was a big one. I mean, when we woke up this morning, the Fong bombs were pointing towards Ohio State. Things started trending a little bit differently as the sun rose in LA. Now it's around lunchtime, and Luke Wafle is a USC Trojan. You guys make sure you're subscribed. If you want to get these notifications when we go live for these commitments, then hit that subscribe button, because I promise you, we got more big ones on the way. Thanks for dropping by this Luke Wafle commitment.